cousins. Hi, cousins. Hi, cousins. I miss you guys. I gotta say, I just started the last 2 weeks of no Saturday shows, but I feel like it's definitely helping my life a little bit better. Because I got so much going on. Hey, update on the app. I'm so excited. We have video verification now. So now you have to do a video selfie. You'll get your blue check back. Download the app. We know we do not want anybody being scammed on our app. We took this very seriously. I invested a lot of coins in this feature. Okay. So download the Kendra G Singles Dating app. Let me put the link for you guys to join as a guest. In the meantime, let me know where y'all are watching from. Shout out where you're watching from. Shout out where you're watching from. Um, uh, um, let's see. 6. Um, okay. All right. All right, let me give y'all Chicago. Chicago. I'm happy someone said Chicago. Chicago next week. A week from today, promontory. I'm actually heading to Chicago this week. So backstory, I think I've been telling y'all I'm doing partnerships with Black Menswear, which I'm so excited about those gentlemen in that organization. The owners and I have been curating things that we can work together with because I got the ladies, they got the men. I got men too, of course. So I'm doing their flash mob this Saturday. And then some of the men will be attending the live taping for the show. It's not going to stream this time. It streamed when we were in DC. This one won't stream online, so you got to be in the building on Monday at the Promontory in Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, tell your people to get their tickets at promontorychicago.com. It's 1 week away. Let me put the link for you guys to join as guests stream. Child, why am I don't know what's going on today. I'm not supposed to be logged in. Okay, here we go. Let me know where y'all are calling from, why I put the link. Also, like the post and subscribe to the channel. So many wonderful things occurring, guys. So many wonderful things are occurring. Okay. All right. Put the link. Okay, the link is in the YouTube comment section. We're on Facebook too, right? We're on Facebook. We had a solid show today because I felt like even on Facebook, shout out to Facebook, y'all. I want to keep Facebook show, but the technology on Facebook be driving me insane. It's like we have face now, they zoom us in. We're gonna start testing the live feature on the app, which I'm so excited about because your favorite host like Russell will be back having a show. Some other people that you guys are familiar with. It's gonna be really dope. Like my vision for my app, it's taken 3 years now. I've been working on my own app since 2022. Lord knows he can't tell you the road that he takes you on because had I known, I probably would have gone the damn road. But I really am excited that when the show goes, it's just gonna change. It's gonna change the game forever. I'm just so happy. All right, but let's get into it. We got some paid questions. The people in the back room, you have to have on your cameras. We can't bring anybody on the show without having on your cameras. Also, I guess so many of y'all don't know. There's an advanced filter search. You know you can search by name, but you can also there's an advanced filter search where you can get real specific. The ethnicity, the age, the location, if they have kids, no kids, education, background. So that's also on the app. So you can find your people what you desire more on the app. If you're on the app, I'll show y'all how it works. I'll show y'all how advanced. Somebody give me a city. And give me while we're waiting for the first guest, give me an age range, and then y'all want me to do male or women, men or women. Jada, I can't see your face. We gotta see your face. We just see your ceiling. I can't bring anybody on who's. I gotta see their feeling, their face first. Okay, bring your camera down. You ready? Okay, I think we got someone. Okay, I'll go back to this after. Let me get our first guest. Make sure, okay, before I bring it on, make sure you guys subscribe and like the channel. Subscribe and like the channel. Subscribe and like the channel. And then I'll show you guys after. Okay. You ready?
Hey.
Hey, do you have music on?
Oh no, that's my projector.
Oh, okay. Turn your projector down a little bit. All right. What's your name, honey? Is it Janae?
Johnny.
Janae. Janae, where you calling me from?
Monroe, Michigan.
Michigan. How old are you?
30.
30. And what you do for a living?
I'm in customer service.
Customer service. Do you have any kids?
2.
How old are your two kids?
I'm sorry.
How old are your two kids?
12, my girl, and then my boy is 7.
12 and 7. Both by the same man?
No. My son's father passed away, and my daughter, I had her when I was in high school. So
Oh, I'm sorry about your son's father. Okay. He ever been married?
no.
And what's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
And it's Janae. How you say it?
Johnny.
Janae. Janae. It's Janae, right?
Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, like Sade, Janae,
Yeah.
Janae. All right, let's get to it. We got Janae, Michigan, 30, Capricorn, customer service. Mine are two kids, by two men, one passed away. Never married. All right, Janae, honey. What kind
Hey.
of man you looking for, girl?
I don't even know. Like it's 2025, so like first off, a man. Like be born a man. First of all.
Woo, women, hold on. Women gotta say, wait a minute. Now,
Um,
I'm gonna say this. I almost understand the men saying it because shout out to you trans women who be looking down to the ground, child. I be like, I have met, well, okay, on this show,
mhm.
there's two trans men who I had no idea until they told me. So I guess you do,
Yeah.
because I was gonna say I understand men saying it, but I don't understand women saying it. But no, I mean these doctors is good as hell.
No, yes. Like they're really, really good. Like I had went out with this person maybe like 2 months ago now. And I mean like I met them online, all the pictures that were like online and everything was like that of a man. So I'm like, okay, cool, like let's go out. And so we just went out like for dinner, drinks and everything like that. And she kind of dropped the bomb on me. And I'm like,
Wait a minute, was it your first time going out?
it was our first date, yeah.
Okay, and then how long were y'all into the date before she told you?
Probably like 30, maybe like 30, 40 minutes into the date.
Okay, so 30, 40 minutes into the date, you had no idea she was born
No idea
a woman.
whatsoever.
Well, he
I
was
mean, when
born a
I
woman.
tell you, like, there was no, like, I got imprints, okay? It like I can put on a baggy shirt and I still have imprints. There was like nothing. There was like no indication whatsoever. And so like she just kind of dropped the bomb on me. She was like, "Hey, I think like we should talk about something." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, what's up?" And she was like, "Yeah, well, I'm trans." And I'm like, "That's cool." I'm like, "Okay, what do you like?" It didn't click at first because like, listen, I probably colored my hair too much at one point when I was younger. So it didn't click at first. And like I was like, wait, what? And she was like, I was born a woman. And I'm like, so you still have like, and she was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I just like, I ended the date though. I'm like, we don't have to like leave or anything like that. But like this date can't go like any further, in the direction that it was already going because like I don't swing that way. So I'm just kind of like, out of respect though, like I just don't, I can't do it.
So
But
here's
no
so
hard
here
feelings.
is the deal, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think that I mean we just have to say welcome to 2025. Like this is a real thing, and I even wonder if I should. I mean, I try to be as respectful as possible. I think it might be invasive to say, "Was you born with a penis?" Was you born with a vagina?
Well,
Because
you have to ask that now. Like that's the bad part about it. Like you have to ask that now. Like, and it's really really bad because like Monroe is such a small town here in Michigan. Like it's not like super duper big. So it's not like Detroit. You know, it's not like Chicago or anything like that. Like it's not really really big. It's like it's really small town, and so everyone is kind of, you know, like their own person, which is cool beans. But in that person's dating in her dating profile, she had herself listed like her pronouns were like he and him. And I'm like, you know, okay, cool. And again, I'm totally fine if that's how you choose to live your life. Like I'm okay with that. But I just don't swing that way.
no, I think everybody has that right, right? I think
Yeah.
it's there's you absolutely have the right to decide that you don't want to be with a trans man.
Right.
You know, and obviously my show is open to everybody, and I mean I love the LGBTQ community. They hold me down so much, and in my real life, I have wonderful gay friends. But I think straight people, it is okay to say that's just I respect what you do. That's just not what I'm
Right.
into. So
Yeah.
and there should be no judgment
Right.
to straight people that
Right.
say that.
And I think also though, Kendra, I think also like for a person who practices that lifestyle, like if you know that you're like in a transitioning phase, and like me and a friend had a conversation about this a while ago now, where like a lot of black men were getting killed for, you know, being transsexual. And so it was a conversation that me and her had also had. And I kind of told her, like, you know, you gotta be careful like when you're doing that nowadays, because you know, even like for women, some of us are like real fucking crash outs and it's crazy. So it's like you can't always like jump in head first without alerting that other person, you know, of exactly like what's going on with you. Now, if it's a transitioning phase, that's all well and fine, but you have to be open with that person.
No, that's fair. But I think this is what I will say. I understand both sides because, you know, one instance, this is their privacy, right?
Right.
And so it's one of like, okay, how did y'all meet?
It was an online dating app.
Okay, well, we won't shout it out because the only dating app we know over here is the Kindred G
It
Singles dating app.
no.
And on our dating app, you say that it's indicated that you're trans. That's an option on our app. So on our
Right.
app, it would have been a trans man from the jump. But I was gonna say, okay, so a dating app is different, but we got it right on the Kindred G Singles dating app. But let's take the app out, and it's like you meet in person. I can understand the trans person waiting to 30 minutes within the date because I don't know if hey, I'm
Right.
Henry. Because you
Right.
don't know if this is gonna go anywhere, right? Hey,
Right.
I'm Henry, I'm Jay. Hey, I'm a man, but I got a
Yeah.
vagina. You wanna have coffee? Be like,
Right.
whoa. So I think we just have to be open-minded that we're all getting used to this new reality. Like it is a new like I listen, 2025, I know we always talking about we want our grandma and grandpa's times of dating is
Yeah.
over. That book
Right.
don't exist. Stop talking about it. We in a whole different world when it comes to dating, which means we need to acknowledge that this is a real thing. And I think that there's homophobic people. We're not talking about you. We're talking about people who are clearly not homophobic, but just still learning how do we walk this line of saying, I support
Right.
you, but I don't want to sleep with you.
But I right.
All right, so fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving. But now I understand you actually had that experience. That's crazy. So born with a penis. Anything else?
Um
Hold on one
communication.
second. I don't want to cut you off. Someone said, Kendra said, I'm trying to make it normal. Baby, the time is here.
Yeah.
So you can
And
you can
it's
decide.
not really about being it's not
Yeah.
honestly about making it normal. Like everyone is accepted wherever they are accepted, but I just feel like don't don't like flaunt it to a point where it makes other people feel uncomfortable. Be comfortable in your own skin, but don't do it in a sense that you make others not want to be comfortable around you. You know, and I feel like that's the only problem with it, which is why I said, you know, a few years back we had an epidemic where a lot of African American males were being beat up. They were being put in a hospital. They were on life support. They were in comas. They were pronounced brain dead because these men, you're going out and you're dressed as women. And I mean, like, some of them doing it better than us. And then the guy doesn't find out until the end of the night, and then next thing you know, we have another, person, another African American trans male in the hospital. And it's just like, don't do it where everyone else feels uncomfortable. So it's not about making it like normal. Coming out has been normal since the early 1860s, but make it comfortable for everyone.
Well, I think again, this is again, everybody got their own perspective, right? So I do understand the trans person perspective of I'm just living my life. So
Right.
if I'm living my life and I'm outside and you try to hit on me, and then you recognize that I am a trans man or a trans woman, I mean, you got to eat that in that moment, right? So
Right.
but again, the reason I just paused is someone said I'm trying to make it normal. What I am saying is this is our world that we're living in. Y'all can act like y'all better progress with the times. The taxi drivers didn't want to accept Uber. When the last time you got into a taxi since Uber been alive? Pretty soon, one day, listen, one day we're gonna have AI
Yeah.
humans. People are gonna be in relationships
Okay.
with robots, and I hope I'm on Earth long enough. I don't know if it'll
I'm,
be in
I'm,
our
I'm,
lifetime, but I think at least 50 to 60 years from now, there will be robotic relationships. AI humans will now be paired with people in
I
relationships.
am so
That,
sorry. Give me one. I'm sorry. I don't know what is
oh, you
going
got your
on
two
with
kids.
this
Okay, tell
child.
your kids you're trying to find them a stepdaddy. Yeah, listen, let me tell you something.
Hey,
I'm trying to stay on
come on.
Earth. My grandmother passed at
Oh, no,
93, so
we're
I'm
not doing
46.
that.
So I got a good list.
We
What
are
is that,
not
like
doing
50?
that. No. Huh? Okay, well, he
About
can go to bed.
47, 46 more years on Earth. I'm trying. I hope I'm here when humans start dating robots. Remember, I said it in 2025. All right, back to you. John A, what are your deal breakers? Or do you have any? Yeah, we did. Was that your deal breakers? We got there so early.
Well, my deal breakers, honestly, I know it's weird. Like it's weird and it's kind of effed up a little bit, but like too many kids. And I only say that because like all of my past relationships, everyone has had more children than me, which has never been a problem. But like I always got stuck in like that babysitter type phase. And like I don't have to babysit my children. So like I don't want to babysit someone else's. Like I'm cool if you have like 2, 3, 4 kids. Um, I dated a man at one point that had 5 kids and was divorced, and I loved them dearly. Like, so it's cool for me. I love children,
Well,
but just
wait. You
like
just said five is okay. Then what is too much, girlfriend?
two. Well, I met a guy who had 9 kids, and I'm like, I can't do it.
What you can do a guy that has 5 kids?
Well, I mean that didn't last long. That didn't
Okay,
last.
so let's just get to it. What is the kid maximum?
My kid max, I would say 3.
Okay, so no more than 3 kids.
So
Anything
no
else?
more than 3.
Okay. Anything else?
Um,
They said
again,
no, but listen, I'm gonna
like,
tell you real quick. They talking about your kids. They said you ain't got your kids under control, girl.
well, they got friends over, so I'm not worried about my kids.
Okay, so her kids got friends over. Okay.
I'm not worried about my kids. They got friends, about 7 boxes of pizza, 3 cases of wings. I'm not worried about my kids. It's the summertime, school is out, so listen, they can do whatever they want to do out there. Don't come in my room.
Okay. Okay. Any other deal breakers?
Um, again, lack of communication. Like I need to be able to talk to you. Like I need to, I need you to be able to talk to me. Like let me know if something's bothering you. Like let me know if, I said something that rubbed you the wrong way. Let me know. Don't keep it like, closed in. Don't keep it bottled up. Like let it out. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Because if I can't talk to you about something, then there's like if there's no communication, there's nothing really.
Okay. Okay. Um, Now should he look a certain way?
Um, I mean, I like tall guys, but then again, like I don't have a particular type as far as like body type. Like improvements are always able to be made. So like I don't have a, you don't have to come like physically, put together. Like there's always room for improvement. Like I got room for improvement, so I'm not picky.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
No, no, I'm not money hungry. I don't I don't want him to think that like, oh, I need you for everything. Like just like the manly things around the house. I like to cook, but I can't grill. So if I'm like, hey, I was thinking about putting some burgers on the grill, I expect my man to be like, let me go light the grill. Because she gonna burn everything. Like I can't grill, but I will cook in the kitchen all day and night. Like I have no problem with that. I love to cook. Like don't even try to cook in my kitchen because we'll have a problem. But you
Okay.
can you can mend the grill.
Okay. Did I ask you about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
No, he shouldn't.
I don't care about that. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh crap.
Why you say oh crap? Oh you got the was you working out? That's like the workout
No,
outfit.
yeah, I was earlier, like before.
Okay, all right.
I was.
We see you, girl. Woo, woo, woo. We got you, mama. Okay. Johnny. You got them breasts, girl. You part of the big breast club. I don't know what to do. I'm a part of the big breast club too. Not by choice. These just
Yeah,
ain't won't go
yeah.
nowhere.
Not by choice.
But at least we're blessed because that means our fat goes to our breast. All right, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 3 years ago now.
3 years ago. Okay.
About 3 years ago.
All right, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When was the last time you was intimate with someone?
It has been going on 7 months now.
7 months.
7 months. So,
Three flaws you have to work on.
whew, my anger for one. Um, Not what I say, but how I say it, and maybe my criminal record.
You have a criminal record?
I actually have to turn myself in tomorrow.
What the fuck?
I'm so
You
serious.
on the run?
No, 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 no. I'm no, I'm not.
Hold up.
No, no,
Hold up. Hold
no, no, no.
pause.
I'm
When
not
did
running.
this? You gotta turn yourself in
I have to
tomorrow.
turn myself in tomorrow. Yeah.
For what
Probation
reason?
violation.
For what?
Probation violation.
Girl, what the hell? What's going on? Now, Johnny, we
I'm
hear the
not
kids
perfect.
in the background. We ain't know mama was a killer.
I'm not perfect. Listen, nobody's perfect. Okay. Like I'm okay, look, I'm 30. I'm just paying for things like bloody situations that happened in my 20s. I'm I'm
What's the charge you turning yourself in for? You don't want to share it?
I can't share that.
Okay, how about this? Are you gonna do time?
Like a max. Well, this is now my third time turning myself in. So
It's for what time?
my third time. I see
What?
that's why I'm single because
Who
I
gonna
said
raise
I gotta work on
kids?
my
Wait,
anger. You just asked me what my flaws was. I said my anger, girl. That's my problem.
you should have stayed with that trans man. Cause you about
That's
to
my
be you. That's what
problem.
you about to get into. You about to be
I
locked up.
don't.
Well, you should have did practice with that trans man relationship to prepare for
I mean,
you
well, no,
for
no, no. This
Bertha.
time,
Cause Bertha
no.
gonna be cause you going to jail.
This time isn't like no. This time isn't real time. This time it's only a week, so that's nothing. Like it's not. It is no.
What was the other time?
So the first time, well, I can tell you one charge. The first time I went to jail, I spent 6 months And well, I'm sorry, I spent 7 months in Wayne County here, for domestic violence and assault. The second time I did do a year and a half for assault with a deadly weapon and intent to do bodily harm. That's why I've been single for like 3 years now. That's why I've been single for 3 years, because
Girl, you now that you sold that, you might be single for life.
I might be. It's a possibility.
I mean, the fact that we know you turning yourself in tomorrow. Okay, real quick, I got some more questions. Who gonna watch the kids?
They're gonna be with my mom.
So you're going to jail tomorrow for 7 days.
Hmm.
And now is this charge a wrap after that?
Yeah.
So your anger management issues got you in this situation.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm 30 now. So I'm like, you know how they say like the past comes back to bite you in the ass? So like my past just came back to bite me in the ass. That's all. And it was something that should have been taken care of like when it happened. But because of like, I don't know, I guess Michigan laws or whatever, it just didn't happen the way it was supposed to. So it's my past came back to bite me in my ass, and I mean, I'm okay with admitting that. You asked me what my flaws was. Those are my flaws. But like I'm super simple though. Like outside of me, like what I was before, I'm a super simple person. Like I'm not the same violent person anymore. Like I have definitely learned over the years how to like bring it down.
We got some paid questions for you. Okay. Um, um, okay. They said, let me see what this one says. Um, you know how black people carry a professional voice? Ask her ask her if she has a gel voice because that voice gonna get her tried.
I don't know. I don't think
Lord
I
of Leon
do.
said, you got a gel voice?
I don't. I don't. I don't.
See,
Everyone asks me that, but like I don't though. Like I
see,
never sound any different. The first time that I ever went to jail, like everyone was asking me the same thing. They're like, "Oh no, you're too sweet to be here," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, like, whatever." It doesn't change. I'm sorry.
okay, what do you say about this? I think your kids will know, but Green Thomas says, you have kids, why get on here embarrassing them? This will be seen by the world and live online forever. We're strangers. This isn't our business.
Well, Grant, you're a stranger. You shouldn't be on here.
What? What? Well, Green, I mean,
You
one thing
know,
I will say to that comment, y'all, that is your response is very accurate. Y'all act like y'all in jail and y'all
right?
being
I mean,
forced.
you're acting like it's your situation. It's not your situation, Grant. And clearly, it's something that I'm not ashamed of. If I'm okay with putting it out there, I feel like the first thing, the first point, and actually realizing exactly what your flaws are is admitting that you have flaws. I can admit that I have flaws. Again, I am now 30, fixing and correcting things that happened in my 20s. So, whatever skeletons you got in your closet, baby, that's like that has nothing to do with me. I'm not embarrassing my children. They don't feel any type of way about anything that I've ever done in life. They're not embarrassed about anything. Like, so I don't know what goes on in your household, but I have an open door policy in mine. So hey, we're different, babe.
Well, what I would just say to that overall comment, because I see stuff, I'm like, well, y'all know the conclusion is stop watching the video. Because
Right.
I hate when I see comments and I always say this. They'll say, "Oh, black people, why we wretched?" And I'm like, but this is the first of all, these have more views than the positive success stories that y'all never watch. You never leave comments to. You
Yeah.
scroll right past them, but you watch a video to say why you post this video because your ass watched it.
Because yeah, that's right. You're
That's
here. You're
literally why
watching
it
it
got posted
now,
because your
and then
ass.
also to Grant, like I could have, I could have let Kendra know I have a bachelor's degree. I'm working on a second associate's degree. I just, recently signed up for LPN classes. I could have said all those good things that everybody wants to hear, But when it comes down to dating, I think what a lot of people don't realize is that, when you're trying to get to know someone, you have to get to know that person in all four seasons of life. You got to get to know that person and see who they are, what they are, and how they hold on to everything when it's 100 degrees outside, when it's below freezing outside, when the leaves are changing color on the trees and the branches are withering and breaking. You got to be with the person through all four seasons. So if that means that you learn one of my seasons in a totally different environment, then so be it, because every season after that is going to follow. I think everyone, when they come on, they want to hear how, this girl has all of this and she has that and he has this and he has that. You guys are making all these lists and everything of things that you don't even have yourselves, but you require other people to have it. I make a list of things that I require other people to have because I already have it. I don't require a lot of money. I don't care about the 100K a year. I don't care about the paying all my bills. We're in 2025 where inflation has affected even the homeless people, and so if I can get even just a 50-50 relationship or a 50-50 household between me and my man, I'm cool with that. I am perfectly fine with it. If I have to cover 100% because his 50% fell off for 90 to 120 days, I have enough money where I can do that right now. So it may be, you may feel embarrassed by it because, maybe your mom went through it and hid everything from you. But again, my home has an open door policy. So,
Okay, I got some more paid questions for you. Ooh, child. You took us for a turn with that one. This In the Sky Coffee said, spend your last night with the kids instead of trying to get a date down the road. Also, any therapy to address your relationship anger.
my last night was spent with my children. I spend every day with my kids. So and again, it's only 7 days. It's 7 days. Like, I don't know. I do know why,
Let me
you're
tell you
saying
something. Hold
that.
on. Let me tell you real quick. Now I know 7 compared to 7 months is not
It's
is
a
a
long time.
piece is
Yeah.
a piece of cake, but I can't do 15 minutes in
Right,
jail.
right. And some people can't. And some people can't do that. And that's completely understandable. But again, my kids are just fine. Like, they not in here with me crying because mom's leaving tomorrow. They not laying all up in my bed with me. No, they are out there having fun with their friends. They got the dog barking, the cat running back and forth, doing orange cat things or what. Baby, these kids are just fine. They're
Okay,
good.
we have Dr. Des. Okay, I think Dr. Des' question might be the last one, but Dr. Des says, violent criminal man beating woman, trained and built for aggression, muscles and broad shoulders to match. Who exactly is supposed to sign up for that? What man will be willing to walk into that storm?
Well, a man actually built me like this. So it actually took one abusive relationship for me to turn into the abuser when the next relationship came about. I'm not a man beating woman. Um, I'm not violent. I guess you could say I'm a criminal because yes, I do have a record,
You a
but
criminal girl.
it's yeah, you could say that, and that's fine. Um, what else did it say? Muscles and broad shoulders to match. I mean, I work out, so I'm cool with that. Like, I've always been like really stocky built. My dad was 6'6", so all the girls in my family are stocky built. What else did it say? Who exactly is supposed to sign up for that? No one's supposed to sign up for anything. It's not a sell your soul type of deal. Like, you're not putting your John Hancock on a dotted line, and you're not hitting a thumbtack and giving me your bloody thumbprint. Like, that's not what this is. It's not about signing up for anything. And then what man would willingly walk into that storm? No man is willingly going to walk into any storm for anybody. What woman would willingly walk into a situation where she's not appreciated? So
That
there's
part.
that, babe.
Okay. She said what she said. Don't play with it. Okay. All right. I don't know if I asked you all the questions. So we did Kendra Cam. Oh yeah, we did the flaws. Did I ask you
Mhm.
why would a guy? Oh yeah. Did I ask you why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Um, I am a sweetheart. Like I really am. I am a sweetheart. But like I said, I have to work on my anger. I do have to work on, not what I say, but how I say it. Um, and that's just honest. That's honest. Again, I could have led with all the good about me, but eventually the bad are gonna come out soon. So why keep it hidden? I have degrees on my living room wall. I take family photos. We do all of that. I go camping with my kids. We go to the beach. Again, I love to cook. I like being outdoors. I'm a very outdoorsy, adventurous type person. I like to fish. Like I am a very, very sweet person, but it took me time. It took a lot of time for me to get here. And so now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, I like being here. I don't like being that violent, little girl that I was. So I mean, yeah, I just like as far as bringing things to the table and everything, like again, I don't mind a 50-50 thing. Um, I don't mind being like the primary breadwinner should something happen. Again, I've been in those situations, but just don't get comfortable. I think that's my whole thing. If we have to go from 50-50 to one like 90-10, don't get comfortable in that 10%. Like don't get comfortable being carried by a woman. At least want to be able to, pick up the pace and put your 40% like back into the hat and everything.
Okay, okay. So, all right. So let's do it. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
I am.
Well, fellas, you better go. She going to jail in a few hours. So you better DM right now before, because you can't have your phone. Well, no,
it's
that's a lie. That's a lie. People have called me from jail, child. Sneak
it's
your
just
phone in your breast. Just put
it's
your
one
phone.
week.
If you got breasts
They
like me,
gon' they
you
gonna
got your
check
phone.
it. They gon' Kendra,
Oh,
listen. They make me pick them up. I gotta pick them up, girl.
see, jail got too
They
many rules.
do.
That's why I ain't never going. I'm a law-abiding
They
citizen.
make me pick them up. They don't listen. They check every crook and cranny. Okay.
Well, yeah, well, girl, I was gonna tell him to hide in between your breasts, but it ain't gonna work. All right, so let's do it. What's your name on a dating app?
Janae, Jaynee.
Jaynee. Yes, and you updated. This is you, right?
Yep.
You guys, we got video verification now, so you got to update the app with the video verification. Jaynee, Jaynee. Jaynee. Okay. So we see you, boo. All right. So again, fellas, so what time you turn yourself in tomorrow?
I have to turn myself in by 12 noon.
Okay, fellas, you better do it right now because by noon, and this is noon East Coast time.
Yeah.
Hurry the hell up because
Hurry
she
to
ain't gonna be able to have
listen.
her phone for
Okay.
7 days. And so when she said she was locked up, she meant it. She meant it. Here she is. Okay, that's the one that was. I can tell you crazy from this picture. That's the one I can tell you crazy. Yep. You
And
that.
see that I think that picture is probably from what had happened.
Yep,
That
that's the night. That's the night that you did
it might
whatever you
be.
going to jail for tomorrow. This was the night.
It
That
might
was
be
she came
because
back
I
after.
did have hair. I had my hair. I did not shave my head yet at that time.
Yeah, no, this
So
is or
I
it could have been this night. One of these nights you did the
it
do.
we're not
I
gonna
think it
talk
was
about
this
that
one though,
night.
because this got that innocent, but I ain't that innocent. This is that I just whooped somebody ass face.
No, it probably wasn't that
That
night,
was
but
so she said she can't tell us what she did, but this was the night she did it. Just like OJ. She did it.
it
Black people,
it
I'm gonna tell you right
happened.
now,
It
may he rest
happened.
his soul. Y'all know OJ did that shit. And I'm mad at myself for not realizing OJ didn't do it until I watched the damn Netflix special. Just like John Day did it, OJ did it. Y'all both got J's in y'all name. Leave it right there. A J is a
Yeah.
did it.
I'm the first Capricorn to get caught, so it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's all right.
Girl, what's your commissary? Let me send you $10.
I don't think they gonna give me the same inmate number as like the first time I had the same inmate number twice. I don't think I'm gonna get it this time because it's been a while in between.
Can I just say, I've never seen somebody in such positive spirits knowing they're going to jail the next day.
I mean, it's no point in me being like all mad and crying and like sad about it. Like at the end of the day, like it's something that I did. I put myself in this situation, which again is why, you know, everyone's like, oh, spend time with your kids. You're embarrassing your kids. No, baby. Again, I have an open door policy in my house. My children know everything. If I told them, hey, I got to turn myself in tomorrow. I'm going to jail for a week. My daughter was like, oh, okay. And she walked away from me because it's not something that I hide from my children. I put myself in this situation by making mistakes in my past. So if this gives me the opportunity to fix those mistakes, so I have a week in county jail, as well as I just paid off a $1,600 like court fees and fines and things like that or whatever. If this allows me to like clear my record, like a clean slate, then hey, so be it. You know,
Okay,
like
we
I'm
gotta go. We gotta go. They're telling me I talked to you for more than 40 minutes, so the clock is ticking. But here she is. Like I told you, fellas, she's going to jail tomorrow. So John A, hit her up tonight. Hit her up right now. You can shoot your shot and send her. Well, don't shoot your shot. That's it's called shoot your shot, but in John A's case, it's called just tap on it. Just we ain't gonna use shoot. We ain't gonna use the word shoot when we talking about John A. So just tap on this to send her a DM or John A, what the hell does all this say? Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a second. That's a long or come down and get the heart, the star, or send her a gift. Who I got next? Briana, I'm coming to you next. Charlene, you're after Briana. Wait, hold on. She said, now, John A, what the what? Okay, stop making dating profiles just to say I'm not on here much. That's fucking annoying. Janae, you started off. Okay. Why'd you put in time? Why'd you put the time into this to not be here much? But
so because
anywho,
everybody is always like, oh, I'm not on here much. And then Kendra, your dating app got a lot of scammers on it too.
well, no, this is why you did the face verification,
I
right?
did. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
so that's the new thing. So you have to you got to be the person you in the
Right.
picture or you can't even log in. And
Right.
I invested a lot of money into that feature because I was well aware there was a lot of fake accounts. And we deleted a lot too, but in order to control it to the best of our ability, now we have video verification.
Yeah.
But let me just say this because we do got to go, Johnny. I've been talking to you for a minute. You need to start off kind. Your first line is angry. Stop making dating profiles just to say I'm not on here much.
Because it's annoying. Like, don't make it and then be like, oh, I'm not on here a lot. Can we text outside? And that's
Well, it's
annoying.
long. Y'all could go. We done talk forever. She got a lot. I mean, she ain't got nothing else to do but to write all damn day for 7 days. Shit. I don't know. All right,
I'll
Janae, when you
write
get
you.
out.
I'll write you. I'll write you.
Oh, yes, you can. I'm gonna DM you on the app. So if you can sneak your phone in, I'm gonna say, hey girl, how jail going? Hey girl. I done sent her a message. Now I'm gonna send you. You can send a DM. It's shoot your shot. Now I'm gonna send you a voice message. Johnny, if you can hear this while you in jail, don't drop the song. All the big Berthas, all the women, all the studs in the jail. But you see that trans man was going to protect you because all you had to do is say you had a trans woman, they would have left your ass alone. But now that you in jail, don't drop the soap and keep us posted how it goes. All right, so that's my voicemail. That's my voice message to you on the app. Let me see. I'm gonna play it for y'all so y'all can see how it works. Oh, I can't hear. While you in jail, don't drop the soap. See, now God sent you a trans man. Now I see why God sent you a trans man before you went to jail. Because God was trying to prepare you for all the trans, all the big Berthas, all the women, all the studs in the jail. But you see that trans man was going to protect you because all y'all do. Okay, so now y'all see how you can send a voice message and a text message. All right, girlfriend, we gotta go. Bye,
All
boo.
right. Bye.
Bye. Woo, child. All right, let's keep going. Briana, show me the wall. Charlene, I'll get you after Briana. Briana, show the wall, honey. So before I get you, take the phone and show the. Okay, there we go. Okay. You ready? Okay, bring it back to you, baby girl. I just had to check your room. Hi.
Miss Kim, I did not expect. I was just clicking on things, and I was like, Am I online to get on her live?
Well, do
But
you want to be a
okay.
guest? You are on live to be on live.
So, God brought me here apparently, so I'm with it.
Oh, God did this?
Allegedly, because I didn't.
Well, girl, you had to click on the link though, right?
Yeah, like I said, I was clicking on things and I'm just trying to figure things out. But hey,
Hey, is your name is Briana?
yes, my name. I go by Briana. My middle name Briana. My first name is Jocelyn, but everybody knows about Briana. So
Okay, we got a little Wi-Fi issue, so maybe it will stop. So you want me to call you Briana? Okay. How old are you, love?
I'm 35.
35. And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm working from home doing something with medical billing. It's not in my field at all, but God had brought that to me, so He wanted me to keep paying my bills. So I'm working in medical billing right now, but I went to school and got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree from Virginia State University in media management.
Okay. Okay. So what's the title you want me to write down? Medical?
Production. Production
Write
is what
down
I do.
production?
Media production is
Media
what I
production.
do.
Got you. Okay. You have any kids?
No.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
Damn.
And what city or state you calling us from?
I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Okay. Fredericksburg, 3A. All right. So we got Brianna, 35, media production, no kids, never married, Fredericksburg, VA. All right, Brianna, boo. What kind of man you looking for? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Aries. Okay, Brianna, boo. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a spiritual man that loves his mother, so that indicates he does know how to treat women to me. A man with morals. I grew up with both my parents. I still have them. So there's a lot of things. Well, I still have them. I still have both my parents, and they're still together. So I've kind of expected that out of life, but it seems like the age group that I'm in and the one that I'm looking for, everybody wasn't blessed to have their parents still together and know how to kind of maneuver in that space. So that's something really that I'm looking for. Preferably a man that does not have kids. And I thought I could deal with like the foreigners, the Africans, and the Jamaicans, but it looks like a lot of them are here on visas. So I think they're just really looking for an opportunity because I found a nice young man on your site, hit me up, was talking respectfully. I ended up going to pick him up from the bus station, but it didn't really work out. We had a good 2 days together, but I sent him on back to where he came from. It was
Well, what
fine.
happened in the 2 days? You met him from the app?
I met him from the app. It was crazy because it was like, Brianna, you're moving way too fast. So I met him on the app, and then I was at the nail salon on Friday or Thursday night, and then he was like, "Well, why don't I come see you?" And I'm thinking he's just trying to be assertive and not sit back and be like, just the hey highs. So I like that. It was still a little too fast for me. Like he already want to call me booze and babies. That's a red flag, bro. I don't even know you, but course, I'll bring you to my space and give you that good old hospitality that I know how to give. But it was just he was Jamaican. It was just how he would talk. Like he seemed like when I was talking, he would be rubbing his head like I'm giving him a headache. Like, bro, we're supposed to be getting to know each other. You're gonna get my feedback, so you know how I'm gonna so you know how I feel about the situation. He was also a little younger, 29, and I'm 25, so that was a bit of a red flag. But I try not to throw that number out there
I
because
don't
niggas
think
be
that's a
like,
bad. I
"Oh,
don't think that's too far. That was just 6 years.
yeah, you're right. You're right. It wasn't too bad. But he's on a visa, so if I wanted to see him, like he lives in the hotel that he works at, and to me that's just weird. It's not regular. But then again, this isn't regular, so I'm trying to get used to the not regular. Meeting people online and things like that. Cause
So what was your final straw? Like, what was the moment when you said, okay, he got to go?
Yes. So we were down in Richmond. I took him back to his bus. We were walking around downtown just waiting for the bus. I could have just left him and said, all right, have, the bus, wait for your bus. But I still wanted to make sure he got on the bus safely and all that. Um, we were walking around downtown and some girl, he was like, hey, 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 like, just being rude about how he was calling her. I'm like, hold on, you are a little boy. Women want you to say, excuse me. You need to speak like, you want somebody to speak to you. So that was one thing that
Wait, who
kind of,
was he talking to like that?
just some random woman, because he wanted to ask where could he get something to eat from when I had just told him where he could get something to eat from. But
Gotcha.
whatever. So there was that. So then I ended up taking him to Burger King. It's really little, but to me, I feel like no, it's happening too much. Because there were other times this week, the week that he was with me, that he did things that I was like, ugh, I don't like that. I feel like it's
Brianna,
really
I want
my
to ask you a question, but I don't know if I want to ask you a question in front of everybody. You seem like a good lady. You seem like a classy lady. I don't know if I should ask you this question. Okay, everybody close your eyes. Close your eyes and block your ears. I gotta ask Brianna a question. Everybody do it right now, cousins. Close your eyes and block your ears. Only Brianna can hear me ask her this question. How about Brianna? You know how to do the private chat?
no.
On, oh, wait, you on the dating app, right?
I'm on the dating app, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask. Never mind. Can if I send you a message on the app right now, you can see it.
Yes, I should be,
Okay,
yes,
okay. What's
ma'am.
the name? What's the name on the app? What's the name on the app?
Brianna, Brianna.
Spell it for me. BRI.
ANNA.
And what's your username?
Oh,
Okay,
at
this is you right here,
that's
Brianna.
me.
This is you.
That's me.
Okay,
That's
listen.
me.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask it out loud. That's why I love having my own dating app because I can ask the question. I'm about to ask you this question. You text me. You type back and answer the question.
Okay.
See, I know you a classy lady, so I'm gonna ask this in private.
I appreciate that.
Okay, you saw my question. Now
There
respond
you
and let me
go.
know. Don't say it out
So,
loud, girl.
oh,
Wait. I mean, wait. Do you want them to know?
um, I was just gonna not. I was just gonna answer the question with a yes or a no, but go from there and not let them
Okay, yeah.
know.
I'm trying to keep it private, but you about to tell the cousins.
No, I don't need everybody in my business.
Okay. She typing me. She typing me. Um, download the Kendra G Singles dating app. As you can see. Okay. All right. And we'll leave it at that. All right. I got my answer. Let's continue. Okay. So that's over.
Over.
Okay, that's over. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So you met that guy from the app, and now you're ready to meet somebody else. So I'm not even sure. Did I ask you what you wanted in a man?
Yes, somewhat. A man with no kids, preferably that loves his mother, has a job, career ambitions and goals, doesn't mind going out, traveling a bit, but also I like to stay at home, play a little video games. I don't have to be out all the time.
Okay.
I just like to
Um,
have a really good time. I laugh and I talk a lot, but I
what are your deal breakers? Did I ask you your deal breakers?
no. I want to say that my deal breaker is if you have kids, but it seems like I'm just closing my options in. So if you have one kid and you're cool with the baby moms, then maybe there's a little wiggle room. But preferably no kids. Of course, no drug dealers. We're too old for that. Just somebody who can survive on their own. They don't need me because my support. It would be nice if we came together to build something. But as long like I'm here making it on my own, as long as you're there making it on your own and we can bring it together, what's up?
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Say that again.
Should he look a certain way?
Oh yes, he should be. I mean, he just needs to be clean and put together. I'm not expecting him to have Jordans. I don't have Jordans. I'm not a materialistic person. But the thing you need a good steward of the things that you do have. Like if you have a nice car, don't just be, oh, I got this flashy car. Okay, do you keep it together? Or and things like that. But
Okay.
I'm not picky on too much. He needs to be a black man, of course. He's got to be a black man.
Yeah, be a black man. Okay, black man only.
Got
Should he make a certain amount of money?
he just needs to be able to take care of himself, and you know he don't gotta take care of me, but we're growing to take care of each other. But just open to that and growth. Just open to growth.
Open to growth. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Kendra, I went and threw it. She said Briana. I was like, my name's Briana. Is she really a call on me? Sorry, I'm in the middle of moving, so I got an air mattress over there, and
All right, we gotta see. You gotta bring it down to the ground.
okay.
We gotta
Let
see
me
your
take.
leg.
I got shorts on. Hold on.
Oh
Let
no,
me take these.
no, Brianna, this is fine. You don't gotta go do a whole lot, girl. As long as I can see the legs, we good, girl.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we see you, girl. What your? Is that a dress or a shirt? Oh, it's a
A
long
dress,
shirt.
a little
We got
dress.
you. Twirl on them. Going with the wind, fabulous. Brianna, when was your last relationship, love?
Oh, my last relationship was October 2020 when I left. When I left him, left him where he was at. We were together for about 2.5 years. Now of course I be thinking like, did I make the right decision? But I know in the midst when I was doing it, it was the right decision. Now I think it's just, where's my man at?
Why did you
So
leave that relationship?
I felt like he was like not forthcoming with a lot of information. He was being weird. The straw that broke the camel's back was like, we'll go on each other's phones and stuff, and that's not a problem. But then it started getting weird about it. Um, there will be, numbers that aren't saved, but you call them all the time. And then when I confront you about it, you save it under as my dog. So then that had me going in my phone and saving my homeboys as my dog. And so I think it started making me change who I was a bit, and I just got up out of there. We're still good friends. I still probably see him every year. At least like once or twice a year. Cause I feel like once you've had a connection with somebody and want to just throw it away is just, that's what breaks my heart. Like we can come on, we can at least be friends, right?
Well, okay, this was your boyfriend?
Yes.
And does he have a new girlfriend?
He may. I asked him recently if he did. I was like, hey, what's up? I ain't, pull up lately. He was like, actually, I have a girl. I was like, okay, cool. So then, I stopped hitting him. Then the next day, he's like, you want a video chat? Why? I mean, yeah, sure.
This is how I feel. I feel like, here's the deal. If you know you're going to stay in contact with your man, then don't break up with him. Because you don't want to go from girlfriend to now you with the sideline girl. Either you going to figure it out and keep your position, or if you leave, be gone. Because you don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that he can now have other women and still talk to you at the same time. Unless y'all got a kid, only time that you gotta stay in contact with your ex is if y'all share a human together. But if you don't share no human with this man, no.
Yeah.
Because it
And
seems
I
like
agree.
like you just the one thing what made me get here is you said, now I'm thinking back, did I make the right decision? Well, if you was going to stay in contact with him and see him twice a year, and no, whether you made a decision or not, you made the decision, but don't give him the satisfaction of knowing that he can still entertain you at his leisure and have a whole new girl. We're not doing that.
I hear you, but like anybody that I've dealt with, they could still hit me up. Like the guys from college, we're
Baby,
friends.
you walking dead. You the television show. It's a walking dead. Because let me tell you why. Because it was the I mean, most men, okay, think about it like this. most men probably like, that's probably the part they really like, the friendship of you, the great sweetness of you, right? So they get to break up with you or do whatever, did you wrong in the relationship, get to move on with other women, but they still get that nice sweetness of you that they love. They get the best of both worlds because now they get women and they still can hit your sweet self up when they desire. No, you lost all of me. Go play over there. Figure it out. Like now, so now you could understand what I was, because if you still allow them to get the good things that they wanted and the other women, they won.
Okay. I understand. That's something I'm working on within myself. But I appreciate that because I went to therapy for the first time like a couple weeks ago ever. And so I appreciate this.
Again, if you have children, I understand it. But if there's no kids, it's the walk, baby. Uh, sorry for that man. I never met that man. If Jesus was like, do you know this person? Jesus can't put none of my exes in front of my face. I'm like, I never met him. He was like, you know I'm the Lord. I'm like, I know you're the Lord. He'll be like, Kendra, if you don't claim this man, you going to hell. Well, Jesus, it was nice knowing you because I never met him. And that's just how I operate.
Hey, yeah, I'm not like that, but I should get a bit of a colder heart.
Well, I just think you don't probably gotta be that cold, but I will say this. If you break up with someone, nobody will ever miss you if they still have you. And I think that what women gotta understand, men, I mean, most men, a lot of men don't really want to rise to the occasion, right? So if they can sleep with you and never call you, they are happy as hell. Now, this is not all men, but there's some men who want to be husbands, want families, right? But there's a large group of men that's like, if I could just sleep with you and never have to talk to you again, I'm happy. Or if I could just hit you whenever it's convenient for me, I'm happy. Now, if you wanted more, let's say you wanted more from that individual, you got to stand on business. And then if he didn't give you the more that you desired, then he don't get none of the great things about you that he loved. You're a
Gotcha.
ghost. And but you really even it's but the larger part is it's not about being a ghost in theory. You literally should just be busy. You should not be available. Like, you know how you said something to him? He was like, "Oh, I got a girl." No, you should no longer even be available. Like your biggest flex is not being available for your ex because you're genuinely busy. You genuinely with another person, or I don't care if you're painting your toenails. Like, I'm too busy for whatever. I'm taking my weave out. I don't care what it is, but I don't have time for you anymore. Like, that was the privilege that you once had. You lost that spot when you did whatever you did to not be in my life. So go paint a room. I don't care. Groom a dog. Like, go outside and jump rope. You're too damn busy.
I got you. I got you. I should.
Okay, this is why I have to launch this women's group because, and every day I'm trying to launch the women group. But what I will say, these are the moments that further remind me why this group is so important because I need y'all say y'all the prize, but y'all don't act like y'all the prize. Y'all act like y'all act like men are the prize. And that's why they act like the prize because they get away with every single thing that y'all allow. But it's because y'all have not tackled the art of enjoying being alone. There's gonna be, listen, I'm gonna give you the real deal. You're gonna have to get used to being alone for a second, right? But being alone is the best time. You could work on so many things, like, and I mean alone, just in a romantic space, not in alone in life. You got girlfriends, you got friends, you got guy friends, you got platonic friends. There's a schedule. You can do your self care, what you need to do. Like when you're single, it's actually could be the best time of your life if you do it right. But some of y'all are so afraid to be by yourself that y'all just want something. And I'm telling you right now, something is not better than nothing. Sometimes nothing, and I just did this part of the course. Sometimes nothing is exactly what you need. You need a hollow space to get you together so you can attract better and become the woman that you claim that you are. You got to put some time into it though. And let go of your ex. Let him go be with who I don't even know, child. He's sleeping with somebody else. You might got herpes now, child. You can't even drink a plate at my house. Like, I don't know. I got an STD spray you down now because you out here with other women. You can't come around here.
Understood. Understood.
Okay. Now, we did all that. Did I ask you why a guy would be lucky to be with you?
Oh no, you didn't. I believe a guy would be lucky to be with me and blessed to be with a woman like me because number one, I'm close to God, and I'm trying to do nothing but get closer. I love my family. I like to make people laugh. I like to be that good company. I don't I don't want anybody feeling like they're wasting their time. So I make sure that like even when I'm by myself, I'm having a good time. Like music on, DJ going, I just twirling in a circle. Like we're gonna have a good time. I have a great time by myself. So I just really think I'm a really positive person. Light. I think of the glass half full rather than half empty, and just keep it pushing onward and upward. No excuses. Excuses are tools of the incompetent that build mind into nothingness. Those who specialize in them are seldomly good at anything. I don't really mess with excuses, and I'm just a positive person.
I love it. Okay. So here we go. So we got Briana, 35 Aries. Okay. Could the guy have kids?
Preferably not.
Okay. So a man with no kids. Do you want kids?
Yes, I would if we
Okay.
can get it on in time. But what is time?
You
Ugh,
on God's clock. Don't let the internet child. You on God's clock. But
yes, ma'am.
everybody gets mad at me when I say freeze your eggs. But I say freeze your eggs if you have the coin to do it. But if you got money to travel, you got money to do that. But here we go. And somebody said that I said freeze your. Why am I encourage women to be single moms? Freezing your eggs has nothing. It's not saying you're going to be a single mom. Freezing your eggs gives you actually an opportunity to wait long enough to meet the person you don't mind having a child with. So it's just that extra protection because see, men who well first of all some of y'all we don't talk about this and this is no diss but some men have weak sperm they can't even create kids but we don't talk about that because that's a sensitive topic but for the men who have strong sperms y'all don't typically have a clock right so this is why men date differently men don't have the pressure of procreating unless they want to have a child before they're too old like some men don't want to be old dads so they like to start their family at a certain age but for the most part, a healthy man can procreate, can have a baby easy at 52, at 60, at 70 years old. That's not a woman's reality. So women, you know, the clock can get the ticket, right? But, great thing with science and, with freezing your eggs is just that extra time if you need it just in case. But if you want to just go out here and bust it wide open and have the baby, that's your plan too. Do you? I'm just giving all the options that exist. All right, here she goes, Brianna. I like talking to you tonight. Brianna, her name is Brianna, but her username is BRISKI4. BRISKI4 is her username. BRISKI4. Why don't you want to smile, girl?
Oh,
You wasn't smiling in the picture.
oh, that was just one because everybody always tells me you have a nice smile, so I just want to switch it up. But
Well, girl,
I'm
this is the
always
first time me and these Negroes on my app. You should be smiling.
look at the pictures. Some you saw one picture, maybe two, where I wasn't smiling. I'm always
Okay,
smiling.
okay. Okay, that was like, okay. Our last lady going to jail. You saw her?
I did comment on that. Godspeed to her. I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay. Listen,
Oh,
Brianna,
but
you have a sweet spirit. You have a sweet
smoking.
spirit.
I don't do
Huh?
that smoking cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes, no. Weed, you can smoke some weed, and we can smoke some weed, but
I ain't
cigarettes,
smoking nothing. I don't like either. I think nicotine is worse for your body. But both got smells that I'm not trying to have cigarette smell in my hair, and I don't want no weed smell in my hair and in my clothes. I've had people come into my house asking they can smoke. The hell you can't. Hell no. This is a
No,
smoke-free zone. I don't like the smell of it.
I don't do
All right, Brianna.
cigarettes.
I like you, Brianna. I'm wishing you the best. I'm sending you love. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Kendra. Bye.
You welcome. Bye, girl. Bye, baby. Oh, we had a time tonight. Um, Charlene, Charlene, I can't see your face. You got to turn your camera on. I'll keep going if you turn your camera on. But I like that. I like our new schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Couple of things. Chicago next Monday. I'm at the Promontory, our live event. Get your tickets. Black Menswear will be in the building. The top 12 most eligible bachelors in Chicago, girl and man, will be featured on the show. The show will tape live. It will not stream live. We're not going to stream live. Um, Download the dating app. We now have video verification. So this is going to help with getting rid of the scammers. You got to be the person you post because you got to have a video verification. And I love y'all. How about that? Someone said earlier I was in a good mood. I think the well restedness of the weekend helped, and I'm working on a lot of things. I'm very excited. We're testing the live feature, and it just blows my mind that this show I started during COVID is like a dating app, and like it's just it blows my mind of God's what God is doing through this show and through me. I always give God all the glory. But that's it. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Wednesday. And if you want the other girls going to jail, don't forget she's going to jail by 12. So hit her up tonight. Good night.